Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm doing pretty good myself, chilling, killing, going absolutely beast mode or whatever it is they say or something. Beast mode. What is this guy talking about? Hope you guys are doing alright. Whoopsie. Kind of pop-up came up on my screen, so that's why that appeared. My apologies. I forgot that we had Eden's Blessing from a previous run. That's really solid. I wish I took that on what's it called? Not this character. I'm gonna be real with you. I should have done like a tainted lost run or something like that. That would have been way better. Anyways, hope everyone's doing good. Everyone's chilling, you know, enjoying their day or whatnot. I'm doing pretty solid myself. Just wanted to play some Isaac, you know, get my recording in. Did have plans to go out for dinner a little bit later today, so I'm gonna be just chillaxing in the meantime. Not gonna lie to y'all, a little not adamant or not what's the word I'm thinking of, a little hesitant to go out for the dinner today. Not for anything in specific, oh, I hate getting food with my friends or whatever. More so it's just man, I just know it's gonna be expensive, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Granted, for me, it's the first time I've gone out to eat in kind of a while, mainly because of the same reason I was just talking about, is that going out to eat just isn't cheap, bro. It's not cheap anymore. That shit is mad expensive. Which is unfortunate to say. But yeah, mainly just because I haven't gone out to eat in a while, so I do want to go out with my friends. But you know, I did kind of spend a decent chunk of money on an entire PlayStation 5 that I'm not even going to use the entirety of. Yeah, crazy, in case you guys aren't aware. I don't think I spoke much about the PS5, but I'm planning on just giving it to my brother once I'm done with Death Stranding 2 and whatnot. And then, you know, I'll just ask for it back if I ever have a craving to play a PlayStation game, which is almost never. So, you know, in case one day I want to replay Death Stranding or something, I'll be like, hey bro, you mind if I borrow the PS5? Other than that though, I literally just never plan on touching. Oh, okay. There's one thing. Might have predicted it. I've talked about it before. Demon Souls. If Demon Souls comes out, not if Demon Souls comes out, when I'm done with Death Stranding 2, fully done with it, I'm planning on playing Demon Souls. I'm planning on replaying Bloodborne because I haven't played it in forever. You know, due to wanting to replay it on my PS4 not that long ago, but I plugged in my PS4 and it sounded like a jet engine. And I was like, I'll pass, you know? I'll just pass on this one. It is what it is, I guess you could say. You feel me? So yeah, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. It doesn't seem, what's the word I'm thinking of? Cool. You know, I just don't want to deal with playing it on my PS4. It's gonna be annoying. So I just thought, in my mind, low-key, I just thought I would never play it again. Then Death Stranding 2, you know, I've explained it before. I didn't realize Death Stranding 2 was gonna be an exclusive, so it gave me a reason to buy a PS5. The first game, you know, on the console with no games. It gets its first game finally. What is it? 5 years after release? Kind of crazy to really think about. You feel me? Jokes aside, though, yeah, I don't plan on keeping that PS5 long, or at least I don't plan on using that PS5 long. I'm gonna give it to it feels bad to just buy something that's kind of expensive and not really use it, so I'm just gonna give it to someone who I know will use it, which is my brother. But that's besides the point. I'm over here yapping about that. So yeah, I'm riding off the tail end of spending, you know, $500 something on a PS5 plus Death Stranding, the freaking digital deluxe edition, because I wanted to play it a day early. I think you could play it 3 days early, but I bought the PS5 later due to, what's it called? Oh, I bought it later due to the fact that I was at the moment playing Death Stranding original on PC, trying to reacquaint myself with the story and whatnot. That's our first tick of damage in like 10 years. Can you guys believe it? Okay, but yeah, all that aside, I'm over here talking about Death Stranding too much than I'd like. After riding essentially the tail end of a very expensive purchase, I decided, you know what, man? I'm just gonna go ahead and... what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself... like... you know, ice soup. You feel me? I'm just not gonna spend any money. I'm just not gonna spend $0 on these coming up days. Because, like... you know, even though I had the money saved up for a purchase of that size, I still don't necessarily feel amazing about spending so much money on something. You know what I mean? Oh, to be rich and never give a fuck ever, you know? That would be such a truly amazing thing. To just spend my money like I don't give a damn. Although maybe that would lead me down a path of greed never before seen or something. Who knows? Isaac reference? Question mark? Jokes aside, though. Jokes aside. So I'm happy to go out with my friends, but unfortunately, sushi. Oh, hold on. Oh, my bad, y'all. Just had to close a window real quick. But it's sushi, and I don't know if y'all know, I don't know if you guys are real sushi heads. Me personally, I used to be a fucking avid hater of sushi. I'm gonna be so real with you, and I'm gonna be honest, crazy controversial opinion here. Even after trying it and finding like the sushi that I like, I'm still not necessarily the sushi's #1 fan, you feel me? I enjoy it, I think it's good, but there's other food I would get first, you know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, see, that was worth it, that was worth it. But in my mind, I'm thinking there's other foods I would get first before sushi, like almost all of them. It's not that I hate sushi, you know, I've tried it, I enjoy most sushis. The only downside I guess I kind of really have with it is just I think it's maybe a slightly bit more on the expensive side, I guess, for my tastes, and especially considering where I'm going for dinner tonight, it's definitely gonna be like, man, I'm not talking like we're out here paying, what's it called, like 30 bucks a roll or something. I don't know how many pieces usually come in a roll. I guess it depends on how big the roll is. But it's essentially, look, I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but I will describe it. If you know, you know, perhaps. But we're just going to it's like a sushi bar, all right? And the way it works is you just pick up a plate off of like a revolving tray thing, and when you pick it up, it's like two pieces, usually two pieces, two little cuts of a roll on a plate, and it's like almost $4 per plate. It's kind of, you know, it's like the novelty, I guess, of being like, hey, look, it's a revolving sushi deal that you can just pick up whatever one you want, or you can order it off the little like tablet there, like if you want a specific thing. But the novelty, or I guess, you know, the whole deal comes from the fact it's like, hey, you're paying this much, and you're paying this much per plate because you get to just pull out whatever sushi you want from the little fucking, the rolling bar there. And it's cool. The sushi they have is cool. The rolls are good in my opinion. If you really think about it, this is just 3 Lokis as a boss fight. That's criminal. And so, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's good, but I don't know, you know, like, if you were to math it out, I guess, I think it would be, for one whole roll, I think you would be overspending like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be real with you, alright? Tony's personal opinion here. If we're going on a roll by roll basis, you know, I think you probably do get overcharged to hell for one goddamn roll. If it's like 2 little cuts of a roll is like almost $4. And then let's say it takes like maybe 4 plates to get the roll out for you. It's like $16 for a roll or whatever. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I've only ever gone to like 3 sushi places in my lifetime. One of them being this, you know, this fucking fancy ass sushi place I'm going to today. I'm gonna keep it a stack. 16 bucks for a roll? I don't know, maybe other guys, maybe other people are tapped in a little bit more on sushi prices compared to me. Me personally, I'm like tapped in on like the burger market or something, you feel me? But not sushi like that, definitely not like that. You could be like 16 bucks for a roll, Tony, that's a deal. Or that's the worst fucking deal known to man, you're getting scammed. Look, so be it, if I'm getting scammed, whatever, you know? It comes from the fact that I'm enjoying a good time with my friends. Honestly, you know, I'm more there for the experience of being able to hang out and eat dinner with my friends. Tony, would you spend $500 to eat dinner with your friends? I'm gonna be real, maybe. It'd take a lot of convincing. You feel me? It would take a lot of convincing to get me to give that up, I guess. And I'm gonna be real with you. You know, there is one more ulterior motive, dare I say. But if I said what this ulterior motive was, then it would be there would be no question about where I'm going. So I will just keep it a secret. Nothing criminal. No, I'm not a drug dealer or anything. Although I guess my old job, you know, you could consider it in a joking manner. Ooh, brimstone. Is brimstone not good with this guy? I'm gonna be real with you, it didn't really seem like it. I think I made a mistake and I think I got to cry. If I just leave it out, does it just like auto shoot, you know, like? It does auto shoot. What the hell? That's cool. Little bro, go in. Little bro, go in. It's not doing as much damage as I like. Okay, maybe when there's a lot of enemies though, it could be good. Yeah, there we go. See, this is what we're talking about. But what's the word I was? What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. Just it fucking it sucks because I'm excited to go. I haven't gone in a minute. Honestly, I haven't gone since like in 3 months to that place, and I think the food is fire. I think it's good. But it's more so I haven't gone out to eat with my friends in a little bit longer, so I'm just excited to go hang out, you know? I'm just excited to hang out, but I'm just vocally giving out my worries, you know? I'm trying to be a little bit more financially responsible of an adult. You might think, Tony, you just spent this much money for one video game. Yeah, but like it's Death Stranding, you gotta understand, you know? You gotta understand, you gotta get where I'm coming from here, bro, you feel me? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, dare I say. But I'm trying to be, to the best of my ability, I'm trying to be a fiscally, financially responsible adult, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do my best to keep myself, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know, goated? Wait, he's goated, question mark? I'm gonna be real, I don't know if this works. I'm not gonna find out until Ultra Greed. That's the real funny part, I think. I'm not gonna find out if this even works until Ultra Greed. The Limigatone? Not grabbing that. Alright, we have 7 cents. Can I buy anything? Nope. A 3-cent Spirit Heart. On occasion. Nope. Unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, dare I say. Oh well, we're gonna see what happens. Oh, dude. Damn, I thought I was gonna be Monstro again. I'm gonna be so real. For some reason, every past Greedier mode has been Monstro, and for some reason, it just lets you walk through if it is. I don't know why, I couldn't tell you. Oh, it's goated! It's actually really good. It's actually pretty solid. Hold up. His writing is his fire, question mark. But yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more financially responsible, so I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe spending money on going out might not necessarily be the, you know, man. In these trying times that we fucking live in, bro, I'm just trying to do my best to just survive. You know what I mean? One, I'm just trying to do my best to live, to be able to afford to exist, one might say. Especially if, like, not how life goes, but, like, you know, the whole life shtick or whatever is that, like, after a certain amount of time, you move out in order to, like, get your own place. Usually people don't live with their parents for the entirety of their lives. You know, at a certain point, I'm trying to get that changed, you know? At a certain point, I'm not trying to keep living with them. I'm trying to get a place of my own, but that just don't seem feasible. Also, did y'all see that? That was gorgeous. I, like, blasted the entirety of everything with holy shots. It was beautiful. If he spawns the keys, I want to let him, like, spawn them, you know what I mean? If it keeps spawning bombs, I'm not gonna be a fan of that. But if it's keys, okay. I will not shoot any keys. Why do we want the keys? Because we have jumper cables, which I completely forgot about until I realized, like, not too much in, that, like, hey, I have like 3/4 of my thing charge. What's up with that? And it's because jumper cables has been refilling it. Unfortunately, I don't think those guys count as entities, so I don't think, or as, like, enemies you can kill. So I don't think I was getting anything off, like, the bombs or whatever. But the little, like, keeper heads he was spawning, I did get some stuff off of them, which is not too shabby, dare I say. Definitely not too shabby. But, oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to, not future-proof, I guess, but, like, I'm considering my future ahead a bit more now. After all, the coming of age will happen, you know, dare I say. I am soon to turn 1 year older. And so, yeah, I don't know, you just think about shit sometimes. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.